Hello, my name's Mandy and this is my channel Make It Sew. So today is my weekly sewing chat makes and plans video, and I've got lots to tell you about all the exciting adventures I've had this weekend and also what I've been making. So obviously not a lot because I was away all weekend, but I do have something to show you. So firstly, what have I been up to since I last spoke to you? Well, on Thursday I was supposed to go to my sewing charity group, but unfortunately I just was so behind with packing and everything for my trip to Sam's in Leamington Spa that I didn't have a chance to go. So I'm hoping to go when I'm not working, and I think that's about 3 weeks time, unfortunately. But I also, last minute on Wednesday, made an outfit for Frocktails. So as you know, in my Sew Frugal video, I showed you some different patterns I was thinking of making for the Frocktails. But unfortunately, and you'll find out more, it didn't go quite to plan right at the end. So I just thought I really need to feel comfortable. So I'll make something that I know will be comfortable on the night. And I'll show you what I made in a minute. I then travelled to Sam's on Thursday afternoon and got to see her, which was lovely, and we caught up, and then we travelled down to Plymouth on Friday. So we got there and we decided that we were going to do a little whistle-stop tour of Beyond the Pink Door. So we actually diverted from going straight to Plymouth and we headed off to Poundbury, where Andrea is, and we found her shop. It was absolutely amazing. Did I make any purchases? Again, I'll show you in a minute. But it was lovely to actually meet Andrea in person, and we just had a lovely time there, and then carried on to Plymouth, where we checked in at our hotel after eventually finding it, because my sat-nav said it was on the other side of the road and it got very confusing. So we got there in the end. So Friday night we went out and we went for a lovely meal at a place called Cozy Club, and I believe they have different venues around UK, and met up with a lot of other lovely people who I will put in the description box below because I don't want to miss anyone out. And there were quite a few people and it was so lovely to catch up with them. Had some lovely food, which I'll put here, and then we went back to the hotel ready for bed. So Saturday morning, which was when Frocktails was going to be Saturday night, we had some lovely breakfast with a few other lovely sewists, and then we went for a lovely walk. Now, Michelle, the menopausal sewer, and Sam from Sew Let's Sparkle with Sam, we all went for a walk, and we managed to find a shop where Helan from Stitch Rip Repeat works. So we had a little look around there, got a few bits and bobs, and then we walked back to the hotel after going via the Hoe, which is a lovely place in Plymouth where the lighthouse is. And again, I will put some pictures here so you can see exactly what we saw, and the weather was amazing. So we went back to the hotel, and then eventually it was time to get ready. So after a lovely morning, we then made our way over to Make Fabric Boutique, where Lizzie is, and the shop is absolutely amazing. The surroundings where it's situated are so lovely, and it's also connected to this coffee shop. So after looking around there and resisting as much as I could, we went and had a coffee and met loads of other lovely people who were going to the Frocktails that night, and that was really good to see everybody beforehand, and just what they arranged over the weekend was great. So caught up with a lot of people there, and then after that we went back to the hotel, again had a bit of a break, and then made our way off to Frocktails. But before that I was getting ready, and I was trying to get my hair to look exactly like it did when I went to the dressmaker's ball with Michelle last year. But unfortunately at that point I had her daughter Katie style it for me, so she made it look amazing, and I had a go, but it takes a long time with my hair because it's so thick. That by the time Katherine from Soverton Makery and Adam from Adam Sews knocked on our door, I was in a bit of a panic, and I opened the door and I just said, please excuse my hedge hair, because it just looked like I'd stuck my head in a hedge and come out again. So Adam was like, have you got straighteners? I was like, yes. He said, right, okay, I'll sort it out for you. And he made me feel so lovely for the evening. I don't know what I would have done without him, so thank you, Adam. And then we made our way to the venue and had an amazing time. Angela from Devon Frocktails and Lizzie from Make Fabric Boutique, thank you so much. Everything you did that weekend was absolutely amazing, and it was just so enjoyable, and everyone seemed to have such a great time, and there was about 100 of us there, so it was great, and I really hope you're going to do it again next year. What I was thinking of doing is, rather than show you loads of pictures now of the actual event, I thought I'd put it on at the end so you could see it, and then you'll see exactly what the venue is like. I didn't take pictures of the food, which is a shame, because that was really nice. There's such a choice of food, and I just think that'd be nice at the end. There was a catwalk, there was a raffle, and there were some amazing prizes, and I'll put the sponsors within those pictures. And it was just a really lovely evening. The only thing I managed to do, and I always manage to do it no matter where I am, is I managed to fall on my bum. So I was getting a bit too confident on the dance floor, and I thought I'd do some crazy foot moves, but unfortunately I don't wear heels very often, and of course my feet went in the wrong direction. I ended up on the floor with my legs stretched out in front of me, ready to do oops upside your head, if you can remember that when you were younger at the nightclub at the end. So, bit embarrassed. I was on water by that stage, so it wasn't anything to do with that. But I've done that before. When I went paddle boarding, I was the only person that fell in, so I have to be the only one. No one else did it. So I have got a bit of a sore posterior at the moment, but other than that, I think I've done quite well. I've recovered from everything, like the journey there. On Sunday morning, we then had another meet-up at the Boston Tea Party in Plymouth. And again, it was a really lovely venue. I'll show you a picture of my breakfast I had, which was pancakes with blueberry compote and natural yoghurt. And I had tea, and it was nice because I knew that the journey was going to be quite a long one, so I needed something to keep me going. So then we chatted to other people again, and Sam and I then travelled home that afternoon, and I eventually got home at 7:45 that evening, because I got stuck in roadworks where there'd been an accident nearer to my side of the country, and also I decided to go the wrong way out of a service station, which meant a 10-mile detour. So you can imagine by then I was just like, I want to get home. But I got there eventually, and it was lovely to see my family, and we had dinner, and then I had to go straight to bed. So while I was actually at the weekend, I managed to wear a me-made item every event. So I will show you briefly what I wore and tell you about those. So the first item I wore was just a me-made top. I had jeans on that were ready to wear, but I wore my latest make, which was the Uvita top. So I wore that with my jeans, so that was nice to wear that. And then on Friday night, when we went for a meal, I wore a Sew Over It Know Me dress that I've had forever, but I just felt comfortable in it. And then Saturday morning, when we went for a walk, and also when we met at Make, I had my Sew Over It Rosa shirt dress on that was made in the purple corduroy, and I'd worn that to the Stitch Festival last year. And then obviously my me-made outfit for Frocktails, which I will show you in a minute. And then Sunday morning I wore my lovely Heyday dungarees that I made recently, and had just a ready-to-wear top on underneath, and that was so comfortable to travel home in as well. So I was really chuffed that I could wear me-made items for every single event, because it's not very often that I can actually say I wore me-made all weekend, so that was really nice to do that. And then Monday, well, Monday, as you can imagine, I was very, very tired, but I did manage to cut out a couple of patterns ready to make this week. and one of those is what I'm wearing. So this is my latest Patina blouse, and what happened was, while I was away, I found some buttons at Make, and I just thought I want to make a Patina blouse with my Bernina fabric, because I have got quite a bit, so I should have enough for Adam's caddy as well. And I thought the buttons, which I will show you more in detail in a minute, would go perfectly with it. So the only thing with this blouse is, because this fabric was a quilting cotton, if I'd cut it as you should, where your grain line is parallel to your selvage, all the sewing machines would have ended up this way. So I had to do it totally opposite to what they tell you, and what I did was I just drew in fresh arrows pointing the other direction so that I knew everything was straight. So I'm really chuffed with how this has worked out. I'm not sure if it will go under my Heyday dungarees for tomorrow, but if not, I just think that's a really lovely shirt. It almost gave me Hawaiian shirt vibes when I actually looked at it before I put it on, but I'm really chuffed with how it's all gone. And I couldn't pattern match, unfortunately, because I wouldn't have had enough, and I didn't really want to use the other piece I've got, so that I couldn't make my caddy in it. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat. And of course the other make was for Frocktails. Now you'll be not surprised at this one. So in the end I did use, I'll give you a little flash of this, my glittery fabric I'd shown you in my frugal video, but I made myself a Sirocco jumpsuit by Deer and Doe. And yes, I do have lots of these, but I don't have a glittery one. But the thing was, I'd made the dress and I didn't feel as comfortable in it as I thought I would be. And I just wanted to be comfortable dancing around all night. So this was perfect for that. And the crazy thing was, I only made the decision to make this on Wednesday afternoon before I was travelling Thursday. I know, mad, but I managed to cut the fabric out and sew it all up with Maraflex, because I was having a nightmare with my overlocker, which I won't bore you with because it was being a right nightmare with the blades, and it just got complicated. But I made that with Maraflex thread, and I didn't have to unpick anything, so it just went smoothly through as if it sensed I needed to finish it. And I made that Wednesday afternoon, finished it Wednesday evening. So it was a very quick make, but I wouldn't put myself under that pressure again, because it's meant to be enjoyable, and because I had that deadline I didn't enjoy the process as much as I normally would. But I absolutely love that, and obviously I will show you pictures of this and the Sirocco in full detail, and I'll do a little video to go along with what while I'm talking as well. So that was my makes this week. Only a couple of things, but I think with everything that was going on I couldn't do that as well. So what's come into my sewing room? Did I buy anything at Beyond the Pink Door? Yes. Unfortunately, people have filmed me doing it, so I can't pretend, but would I? So the first thing I bought was because of the leftovers I had of this French terry, the brushback French terry I'd bought from Andrea before. And I said that I wanted to use it up so that it didn't go back into my drawers, because I haven't got any room. So I just bought this plain black sweatshirting, and it's so soft that I'm hoping, again, it's almost like got a little brush back on it. It's lovely. So I'm hoping that that will be the arms, and then my other scrap will be the bodice. And I am thinking of a toaster sweater, because I know that's really quick to make up, and I shouldn't really be making too many cozy tops at the moment because it's meant to be 18 degrees tomorrow, so we will see. So I bought that. I bought 1.5 meters, and then I'm saving the best till last. Andrea has lots of remnants, and I can't remember what this actually was. It's quite a thin, you'll see through me, hello, but it's got these gorgeous lurex stripes in it, and I just like anything shiny, but I thought that would be a lovely dress or blouse but lined because it is so see-through, or I could just wear a vest underneath. But I just liked that one, and there was 2.5 meters of that one, so I'll definitely get something out of that. And then the final one, when we actually got into the shop to start with, I saw it and I had to stroke it. Then I walked around the shop, saw it again, had to stroke it. So I think after about 3 strokes, I thought I just need to buy it because it wants me to. So I got this one, and I got 3 meters. So you'll see this one is quite heavy actually. This is a Ponte, and it's this one. So that really helps if you can see the inside. Let me try that again. So this is a Ponte. I'll show you close up. It's got lovely colours in it, obviously a purple hint there. And it's classed as a Ponte, but I would say it's a lot thinner than normal. But together it is quite heavy. And I'm thinking of a gorgeous maxi dress with that one. But I just couldn't resist it, and I still feel I was quite well behaved considering how many lovely fabrics Andrea has. But that's that one. If you've got this and you've made something with it, let me know. I'd love to know what you've made with it, because when I look for dress patterns I have that suggest Ponte, it is really limited. But it's quite heavy but very drapey. So I really like that one. So that's what I bought there. And then obviously at the Frocktails we got an amazing goodie bag, and I'm going to put a picture here rather than talk you through them all. I couldn't believe how many things Angela and Lizzie managed to get for us, and the amazing generosity of all the sponsors, which I'll put here as well. There was just so much stuff. I've never had a goodie bag like it. Admittedly, I've only been to one other sewing event, and that was Dressmaker's Ball. But thank you, it was amazing. And then while we were at the meetup at Make, I of course couldn't resist buying something. But I bought some of this lovely washi tape. And the funny thing was, we actually got one of these in the goodie bag. But I thought I can have one in my actual sewing room and then one in my toolbox I take to sewing socials. So that's great that I got a duplicate of that. And then the buttons that I was talking about for my patina. Like I said, I will put pictures in for you to see. But this is what they look like. They're little sewing machines, and they're just so cute that I bought extra. I thought I needed 7, but that would be for a long sleeve patina, and I only did short sleeve with this short collar. But when I do my caddy, I thought that might be nice to have some of them on it as well. And then I just bought a remnant piece again, and this is a gorgeously soft Ponte or sweatshirting. I can't remember, was it Ponte? Because it's Ponte. It's a gorgeous purple, of course, and my idea with that one was to maybe make a Drew if I succumb and buy the pattern, because I wouldn't mind after seeing how great Sam looked in her CC joggers and Drew top on the weekend. So that could be for that. So that was a remnant piece, and I think there was about 1.5 meters. And then the lovely Michelle from the Menopausal Sewer bought me a new seam ripper. Now, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Michelle, that I do use it a lot. She's right though, but she bought me another one, which was really kind of her. So thank you. And then actually when we went to Helan's shop, which is Haberdashery and More in Plymouth, I bought a couple of bits that I can't show you because they're presents. I bought some red bias binding for my caddy, and then I bought this lovely little sewing machine motive. It's a Trimmets one, because my daughter fell over in some jeans that she had and slightly scuffed where the knee is, so I've been wearing them instead, and I thought that might be nice just to cover up the scuff. And then I just bought some seam tape because I'm always seeing that as a requirement on patterns, and I've just been making it out of interfacing, but I thought it'd be a lot quicker and easier just to have it ready made. And then Sam gave me her famous unicorn tweezers, which I'm so chuffed with. because I've always wanted some. And I also got a little magic wand as a thank you for driving, so thank you very much, Sam. I really love that. And then the only other thing that came into my sewing room last week, and I'm trying to reach out to get them, so excuse me, was Judi running So went over to Lorianne's last year in Oregon, and there was a sale on at her local sewing shop, and I asked Judi if she wouldn't mind getting me some more feet for my Benina. So she got me a non-stick foot, which is something I've wanted for a while, and also a proper button sewing on foot, because at the moment I've been using my darning foot and it does work, but I'd prefer to have the real proper tool. And I also got a little hairbrush as a bonus from her, so thank you so much, Judi, that was lovely. So that's everything that's come into my room, which is quite a lot, so I've now got to find a home for it all now I've shown you. But firstly, I need to wash my fabrics. So, what are my plans this week? Well, even though I'm just recovering from the Frocktail weekend, I am going to the Stitch Festival tomorrow, which is Thursday, and that's with my lovely friend Claire. So if anyone's going tomorrow, I know most people go Friday or Saturday, but if you are there tomorrow, please come and say hello. I'd love to have a chat with you. And I will be seeing some of my lovely friends from the weekend as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then on Friday, if I've recovered enough, I'm travelling over to Walpole for my sewing group, as I haven't been able to get there the last couple of times for one thing or another. So I really hope I get to go over there and see everybody. And then at the weekend, I'm back to work. I've had 12 days off when I go back, and it's been lovely. And unfortunately, we have to do these things. So I will be there all weekend. And then Monday, there is a virtual sewing room in the morning, which I'm hoping to attend. And then it'll be back to my weekly chats and plans again. So I'm going to show you a little reel of the weekend so you can see what we all got up to, and I'll be back after that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and any comments would be welcomed. And of course, if you can find some time to sew this week, make it so. Bye for now.